I have a question I'd like to follow up. Back on, I've watched, like Esther and I do things for folks, and I'll notice some people will say some thank you and some don't. And I'll watch some families, the parents are saying, say thank you, and some parents never say thank you. And so it seems like the thank you thing is almost like a trained thing, trained into us to say thank you. But appreciation doesn't seem to be trained. And I heard from you something just then I'd never heard before, because I appreciate all of his questions, and because it also brought out an answer I guess I've been looking for. Where does appreciation come from? Because appreciation isn't trained. People who have known me, handful of people who've really got to know me have said, you're the most curious person I have ever met in my life. I am really curious, but I'm always looking for something that makes me feel good in that curiosity. And so the wonderful things, and so many have come to me in my lifetime, nothing has ever come to me because it was something I really, really wanted. Nothing big has ever. It's always become because of something I have appreciated. Everything really huge and big is just something I appreciated, and suddenly it's now part of my life. And so what I heard from you then, it isn't anything I'm really doing. It's the other aspect of me is somehow seeing and appreciating that and feeling that. And now I'm in harmony and alignment with what that love or that feeling or that is. I can't put it into words.
Well, you've already.
But I just heard something I've never heard before.
You've already through life put it into your vortex.
Okay.
And in your quest and finding of appreciation, you align with it. And then it shows itself to you.
So when you would tell somebody you should learn to appreciate more, you can't. How would you lead someone to appreciating more when there's so much, like as that drive over I-70 coming over Lookout Pass yesterday? I'm going across the beauty of the mountains, falls just beginning, and the lakes and the ponds, and then I'm thinking, kind of what you said earlier. Wow, it would have been rough on this planet a few years ago. I mean, the rocks are all turned up, and big, huge stratas of boulders. You can see it come crashing down, you know, and it must have been really rough living here a few years back. I'm not like 10 billion years ago. But I mean, we did get here at just the right time. You know, we're at the right place in the right time. And as I look at this earth and see how it's evolved, and I realize it's still evolving, but I realize it's really, really good. And I do appreciate it. My point is, thank you for making me understand better where appreciation comes from. Can you clarify a little more how all of us, or at least any of us, can become better at appreciating?
We want to go back to the question that you were posing about someone saying thank you.
Yeah.
And we want to say that there's something within your control that takes you right to appreciation, and something not in your control that then takes you from it. So when you're in the vortex and you are inspired to a behavior, you're already in such utter appreciation that your behavior is inspired from the source within you. In other words, that's the greatest gift that you're giving is your alignment with source. But while in that alignment with source, there's plenty of other things that you're giving too. But in the moment that you are then reflecting on the way another is receiving your gift, now you are immediately outside the vortex. So you have taken yourself into a vibrational frequency that is different than the one that you were enjoying so much. And that's when you then think, well, my gift is not appreciated. And we say, your gift was the appreciation that you're seeking is the appreciation that flows through you in the offering. It's not ever in what's coming back to you. And when you understand that alignment with source taps you into an infinite stream of abundance and well-being, and then you know you've tapped into the headwaters, and that nothing has to come back to you in any other way, because it's never ending in what is flowing through you and to you and through you and to you and through you and to you and through you. And anyone and everyone's response to you is irrelevant. The only thing that is relevant is your relationship with this never-ending stream.
Which you just reminded me of. Back about 1960, something happened to me, a psychological thing happened where I suddenly saw the world and everything is beautiful and everyone is perfect and all the things that I had been critical of and beating people down for and yelling at and shoving before, where nothing was wrong with them. It was all beautiful, and everyone loved me. Everyone loved me. It lasted for about 2 years, but I'm still not hitting a lot of folks. But my point is, I know that that's there because I actually lived it. I know what it's like to see everything as beautiful and everything is perfect and every person is perfect and appreciating them all. And
how about
but I can't,
an even more perfect understanding or perfect world where you have that knowledge so you align with it, mostly.
Yeah.
But occasionally you step outside your vortex and you ask for something more, and then you align with that. And then occasionally you step outside your vortex and ask for something more, and then align with that. In other words, when you put this whole thing together, that's when you're able to appreciate those not in their vortex who are contributing mightily to the vortex. You see.
Thank you.
So the definition of appreciation. What is appreciation anyway, in very literal terms? Isn't it about expansion? Don't you want your banking account to appreciate? Don't you want your value of your land to appreciate? Isn't it just the most perfect word? It means expansion. It means becoming more of itself. And so you are living in a universe, and more specifically in this time-space reality, which insists on appreciation. But the appreciation or the love that you are reaching for in the way you're wanting it defined is you up to speed with the appreciation you have been seeking, with the expansion that you've been seeking.